Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Israel. First off, we want to give a call out Yahweh, Hashem Mashiach, like y'all shy, for leading us to another wonderful Sabbath day, another day of rest. All right. A day to get out of Esau's kingdom and to focus on the law, statutes, and commandments. Totally. To focus on the Most High God. All right. First off, I want to give a shout out to all the elect elders out here that's been pushing this truth for decades and decades, motivating me to be strong in this truth, not be faint-hearted. Because the longer you're in this truth, it's going to get heavier and heavier, but y'all have to bear through it. You have to fight through it to the end, right? All right. I want to give another shout out to the Battle Axe captains, Captain Jerubbaal, Captain Benaniyah, Captain Yar, Captain Maccabee, Shalom. I just want to give a shalom to Brother Gabriel Yah out there in Austin, Texas. Brother Ray in Minnesota. Officer Yaakov doing his thing in Memphis. Brother KJV out there somewhere driving. Trucks be safe out there. All my Battle Axe brothers and sisters out here that's tuned in. And not just that, all Israelite camps all around the world, we have much love, man. All right, I just want to give a Shabbat Shalom to all Israel out here. And I just hope that I want y'all to have a wonderful Sabbath. So today's lesson is staying spiritually fed. Okay? It is staying spiritually fed because and this is something that I have to contemplate on weekly, okay? And I say a lot of classes I bring out, it be stuff that I be dealing with. These are questions that I ask myself. Am I feeding myself the right things? All right? Am I staying spiritually fed, or am I just going to Golden Corral every damn week, every other damn day? All right, being carnal as hell, man. Stuffing myself with deep dish, man. All right, just like you feed your body, you have to feed your spirit as well. I went to the class once before a few months ago, but I just felt need for it to come back out again. All right. Shalom, Sister Hannah House of Yaakov, obviously Yaakov, Sister Mary Houston, shalom to you and your grandsons. All right. I am redeemed. Shalom. All right. First precept we're gonna bring out is Salakia. Yeah. First precept we're gonna bring out is let's get 1 Peter. We're gonna get 1 Peter chapter 2. All right, and we're gonna start at verse 2. All right, 1 Peter chapter 2. We're gonna start at verse 2. All right. In fact, let's just go ahead and start at verse 1. And actually, there's been new brothers that's in the congregation that made me think about making this class too. All right, brothers and sisters that's new to this truth. Okay. Y'all have to understand, okay? You can't just dive into prophecies like that. You will choke yourself out. So I'm going to show y'all how to properly feed yourself these scriptures, okay? And to stay spiritually fed. All right. Shalom, Soldier Donovan. All right, first precept, 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envyings, and all evil speakings, right? This part right here, it says, as newborn babes, okay? That's why Christ say, I need to become as one of these little children, Salakia, okay? It says, as newborn babes, all right? Desire the sincere milk of the word, okay? So we have to desire the sincere milk of the scriptures, all right? Going into the dietary law, just going into the laws, period. Understanding the law first. All right. Understanding milk precepts like what is the truth. All right. Psalms 119 and verse 142. What is love? 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. All right. There are small things that you need to learn. You have to feed yourself with the sincere milk first. All right. You can't give a baby like Soldier Donovan got a brand new baby. I'm pretty sure Ak is not cutting up steak and giving this newborn baby steak, man. All right. Y'all just new to this truth, man. Y'all have to build yourself up. So it says this newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so, be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, man. Because when you're reading this word, you are partaking of the Lord's body, man. Okay? All right, let's get the next precept. So this is just some starter precepts. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, y'all. 1 Corinthians chapter 2. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 is one of my favorite chapters in Corinthians, in 1 Corinthians. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 2 before we pop this thing off, all right? 1 Corinthians chapter 2, and we're gonna start at verse 10, all right? It reads, I knew when I started class, my brother was gonna call me. Salaki, y'all. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I'm in the middle of class, y'all. On your way? Okay, that's good. Look, I'm gonna call you back after class, bro. All right, bro. Salaki, y'all. I'm kind of babysitting my brother dog, so I want to be prepared for when he comes to the dog. Salaki. All right. What was it at? 1 Corinthians chapter 2. Salaki, y'all. Chapter 2 and verse 10. That's so unprofessional. Verse 10, it reads, but God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searches all things, yea, the deep things of God. Okay? So, y'all brothers, if y'all want to search out the deep things of God, well, what is the Spirit? John chapter 6 and verse 63, you have to know the sincere milk first. All right? You have to feed your spirit, the milk, okay? All right? We keep reading verse 11. It says, for what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man, which is in him. All right? Even so, things of God knoweth no man, but the Spirit of God. So to understand the things of this Bible, you have to have the Spirit of God in you. Okay? You can't be smoking cigarettes. All right? You can't be breaking the Sabbath. You got to be keeping the commandments, man. Okay? And then the Lord will give the Holy Spirit to you to have you to open up your eyes to understand these scriptures on a deeper level. Okay? All right. Verse 12, as it reads, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, man. Because you got spiritual wickedness in this world. Okay? You got pornography. You got the damn strip club. All right? You got the weed demon out here. You got the cocaine demon. Right? You have all these different spirits that brothers and sisters did. You got the damn lust demon. Okay? These are spirits of this world, of Esau's world. Okay? This wicked world. I'm going to read verse 12 from the top. It says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God. Meaning keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Meaning following the instructions that the Lord left us in this book, man, in this good book. All right? It says that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God, man. And the Lord will give these things freely to you, man. Okay? So like it, y'all. I'm trying to come on. All right. Verse 13, it reads, which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth. Okay? So we got to be careful. That's why the Lord say, hey, you have to become children again as newborn babes, man. All right? Because all these things, these doctrines that we learn coming into this truth, okay, you have to literally let that go. Okay? Y'all have to, you know, God loves everybody. Okay? Come as you are. These things are not in the Bible. Okay? All these doctrines that we learn, we literally have to let them go. All right? I'm going to read 13 again. It says, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Ghost teacheth. All right? Comparing spiritual things with spiritual, man. So you have to compare, and it's true, spiritual is spiritual, and what carnal is with carnal things, man. Okay? A weed smoking nigga, a blood rolling nigga is not finna understand these scriptures. I used to jam that Kendrick Lamar song, Kush and Corinthians, before I got into this truth. And I used to roll me a blunt and smoke, smoking Kush and reading Corinthians, man. All right, well, that's man's wisdom, all right? That's not spiritual. I'm reading Corinthians and I ain't understand a damn thing, right? That ain't how that go. All right, in fact, what is spiritual? Y'all that's new out here, I'm going to give y'all a milk precept. You have to know what words mean. I wasn't even going to do this. What is spiritual? That's Romans, right? Chapter 7. Let me go there real quick. Romans chapter 7. Shalom, Sister Odetta. Shalom. Romans chapter 7. And we're going to start at verse 14. Now, y'all listen to this. If Big Mama, you got Annie, you know, Annie, pow, whatever, and they just swear that they sanctified and spiritual and holy. All these words have meanings, okay? Let's see what the word spiritual means. If y'all don't know what this word means, y'all write this down. This is an important precept. This is very important, all right? This is Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. It reads, for we know that the law is spiritual. The law is what's spiritual. The laws of the Most High God is spiritual, okay? But I am carnal, sold under sin, man. The flesh is always fighting against the spirit, man, that's within you that want to do right, man, okay? I had a cousin, one of my cousins. She was like, yeah, B, I'm looking for a man. I just want him to be spiritual. I'm like, well, cuz, what do you mean spiritual? Like, what does that mean? Okay? That's what I'm saying. All these things that we learn, she don't even know what spiritual means. Okay? Spiritual, according to God, means keeping the commandments. I'm just giving y'all some of that sincere milk. Okay? I'm giving y'all an example. Shalom, Sister Genesis. All right? Let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, though. All right? I just had to grab spiritual. All right? And at the end of verse 13, it says, comparing spiritual things, okay, comparing spiritual things with spiritual, okay? All right, verse 14, it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, the natural man, that carnal man, all right? That cigarette smoking nigga, man. You kind of, sneaking outside, puffing on the damn Black and Mild, man, all right? You're not going to receive the things of the Most High God. It's going to be hidden from you. Okay? It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. That's why a lot of y'all, when y'all go to y'all family, and you try to break it down, you showing them the curses, and they kind of laugh at you, they kind of scoffing at you, and it's full of, you keeping a new moon? Why are you doing that? Man, my wife told my mother-in-law something about some fish. She said, yeah, I got you some salmon over there. We got our catfish because we know that you don't eat catfish. I got your salmon over there. I don't know why you do that. That's just the dietary law. She said that's just the dietary law, man. Like it's a piece of crap. The dietary law of the Most High God is foolishness to my mother-in-law, man. You see what I'm saying? Because she's carnal, man. If you carnal in this truth, you ain't gonna get it, man. All right, let's just stick to the basics, okay? It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. They ain't got the name. They don't have the Holy Spirit. Now, they have a soul on the inside of them, but they spiritually dead, all right? Like the valley of dry bones that you read about in Ezekiel 27, right? Let me keep reading. Hold on. I got to check that fact check. Make sure I gave y'all the right precept. Not Ezekiel 27, but Ezekiel 37, the valley of dry bones. Okay, I had to get that right. I can't be passing out false information out here. All right. Let's read verse 14 from the top. It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things. That's what I'm saying. All these false doctrines say, you can't judge me. Only God can judge me. That's not what the Bible says. All right? Y'all have to become newborn babes in the truth. Y'all brothers and sisters that's just not coming in. Okay? Y'all have to drink this sincere milk, man. Y'all have to read and study the scriptures and do as the scriptures say. All right, verse 15 from the top, it says, but he that is spiritual judges all things, man. If you're spiritual and you keep the commandments, you see your brother walking down the streets like he's kind of switching and just kind of being effeminate, man. You got to call that damn thing out, man. You have to call that out. Hey, brother, why you switching, man? All right. The Lord made man to be upright, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, man. Right? It says, but he that is spiritual judge of all things, yet he himself is judge of no man, because the reason why you're not judged of no man is because you're walking in the law, statutes, and commandments. You're walking uprightly already. All right, verse 16, it says, for who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ, man. So if you want to have the mind of the Most High God, or you want to know how the Most High feel, keep his commandments, man. All right? the Lord loves his commandments. He you know, those are some of his greatest works. It's the commandments that he made for Israel, man. All right? Come on. Now, that was the introduction. Now we're going to get into the lesson. The lesson ain't going to be that long. All right? It ain't going to be that long. I only got 25 precepts, right? I'm just playing. I only got 18. I got 18 and I read like 2 of them already. All right, let's go to Job chapter 23 and verse 12, man. Let's just jump right into it, man. Being spiritually fed. Let's see how Job felt about the Most High God, man. All right. Job chapter 2. I love this precept. Job chapter 23 and verse 12. Let's start at verse 11. It says, my foot hath held his steps. His way have I kept and not declined. Hey, and even too, this is another thing, Christians. When you read scriptures and it says Abraham walked with God, and you see a certain about forefathers walked with the Most High, that don't mean that the Lord was standing next to him and they was holding hands walking, man. No, that's not what that means. That just means that they kept the commandments. They walked in his ways. All right, I just wanted to put that out there. All right, Job chapter 23, we're going to start at verse 11. My foot held his steps. My foot hath held his steps. His way have I kept and not declined, man. Okay? Job kept the Lord's ways, man. All right? Even while he was going through this hell that he was going through at this time. All right, verse 12, it says, neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. Read that again. Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food, man. Man, that's cold-blooded, man. And I gotta step my fasting back up, man. I've been kind of slipping on my fasting lately, man. We gotta go hard. That's another way to feed your spirit is fasting. Okay? I had a young brother come up to me, hey, I've been keeping the commandments. I woke up, man. I'm just the last few days is out of spirit. I said, I know. That's coming. Don't think these things you're going to are not coming. All right? You ain't gonna feel in the spirit every day, but you gotta make sure you get back in the spirit. Hey, the captains feel that same feeling that you feel, but you know what they do? They fast and they read and they pray, man. You have to constantly feed your spirit, man. So that's another way to feed your spirit by fasting. I might go get the fasting precepts later on. All right. I'm gonna read that from the top, y'all. All right, just take heed. Job 23 and 12. Neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed his words, the words of his mouth, more than my necessary food, man. More than my necessary food, I'd rather get the commandments of the Most High God, man. I'd rather to walk in his ways than to eat, man. All right? This is a great example of fasting, man. Right? I love that precept. You know? We're supposed to be eating these scriptures, man. All right? A little bit of prophecy. We got to eat them in proportion. You just can't be in prophecy all the time. Okay? You can't be in Proverbs all damn month. You just been reading nothing but Proverbs. Now, for the last 2-3 months, you just been reading Proverbs over and over again, man. All right? You have to get a well-rounded meal, man. You got to have a little potatoes. Hey, you might have a glass of milk. All right? You got your little piece of steak, which is the prophecies. All right? You got some parable, you got your little salad, which is, like the parables. Okay? Some of these like parables. All right? You have to have a well-rounded meal, okay? Or, like I say, you lean too much on one side of the Bible, it can choke you out. Okay? All right. Let me get the next precept. Let's get Matthew chapter 4 and verse 4. This is a precept that I use with this Job 23 and 12. This is Matthew. Let's get Matthew 4 and 4, y'all. Matthew chapter 4 and verse 4. Right? We have to continue to feed that. Like I say, y'all quick to go to the kitchen and make yourself something to eat. You quick to get up in the middle of the night, walk into the refrigerator, scratching your belly, man. All right, you kind of open up the refrigerator, you just stand on the refrigerator. Sometimes when you get up in the middle of the night like that, hey man, you might need to read something. Well, let me get up, let me read, man. Get up and read something. You have to feed your spirit, man. All right. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. All right. It reads. Matthew chapter 4. Let's start at verse and thank y'all. Let's start at verse 1. Because this is when Christ was tempted, okay? It says, Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then when Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungry. All right? Because he was feeding the spirit, man. All right? And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread, man. All right? That's carnal as hell, man. All right? Y'all have to, because this class is kind of going into spirituality and carnality too. But that's carnal as hell, man. All right? You thinking about damn food, man. Although Christ, he had fasted for 40 days because, yeah, he was hungry. He was physically hungry, man. But he was spiritually fed. He was fat, full spiritually, man. And that's how we have to be when the tempter comes, man. All right? It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God, man. We not, hey, you don't just live off of damn chili cheese hot fries, Y'all have to be ready for the tempter to come. And if you're not spiritually fed, you're going to get caught up, man. You're going to get caught up. I'm going to tell y'all a quick work story. All right? I try to ease up on the work stories, but, I spend most of my life on the damn plantation. I'm going to tell y'all a quick work story. Just like Satan came to Christ, like, hey, if you be the Son of God, hey, man, make these stones bread. It's here. It's here for you. Just take it. Right? The tempter come like that, man. I was at this job, at my job. All right. One of my coworkers come around. She come around every damn now and then. She throwing little hints at me. She wants to get with me. Okay? She throwing these little hints at me, and I just kind of, I'm brushing out, playing it off, like, whatever, keeping it cordial, because she know I'm all about, I'm a law keeper, man. All right? And my coworkers know that, man. Hey, when you ask the Lord to let your light shine before you go to work, I say that and protect me from my enemy, to not be overtaken by my enemies. That's for damn sure. Esau be after me, man. But hey, man, when your light shine, man, Satan, hey, he has a job to do, man. Y'all be careful. Anyway, so this girl, this is her last week of work. Hey, Brandon, hey, it's my last week here. What we was talking about something is the end of the day. You know what? Why don't you just cheat? Cheating is good. The girl she looked good, she looked good. But me being spiritually fed, I'm like, man, this is the damn devil, man. Man, this is Satan. A carnal Negro would have just fell out. I guarantee a carnal man would have just fell out. I'm like, why don't you just cheat? Cheating is good for you. She said cheating is good for you. What the hell? I almost cursed. Salakia. Like sis, no. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Satan come like that. That's why it's important to be spiritually fed all the time. Don't just fast and pray when all hell is breaking loose in your life, y'all. Okay? You want to do these things beforehand. You already pumped up spiritually. All right? You already boosted up like that. So when Satan do come, you can see it. You can see the demon, man. Man, Satan literally comes like an angel of light, man. That's for real, man. Look, in the prettiest thing, it might be a bag full of money or anything. All right? But let's get back to the lesson. I just had to tell that quick work story. That just reminded me, Satan being tempted Christ being tempted in the desert by Satan reminded me of that story. Okay? I got a quick question. Okay, eBay says, should I not play video games on the Sabbath? You know what? I asked my captain that same thing because, like, my my children like to play video games, okay? You know what I'm saying? And and you really, it just me, in my spirit, I feel like you shouldn't play video games on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? That's just me personally. Okay, I feel like, you're not supposed to do your own pleasures. Okay, you're not supposed to do your own pleasures on the Sabbath. I'm gonna tell you, because even my children went with their grandmother to go swimming in another state, but they had left already. I said, man, let me call my captain. Hey, is it okay for the children, to go swimming on the Sabbath? And what my captain told me, like, well, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like you fulfilling your own pleasures. So my answer is no, I would not personally play video games on the Sabbath. Okay. But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you, I try not to be over righteous at the same time too. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna just leave it there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, even with questions like that, you can call leadership. Okay, well, I am leadership, but you can call one of the captains. Okay, our number is in the subscription below. All right, let's get back to it. Shalom, brother Ray. Shalom. All right. So we can't live by bread alone, y'all. All right, let's get back to the lesson. All right. Let's get Let's get Ezekiel. I'm gonna go ahead and get Ezekiel 3. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, man. So, y'all new brothers and sisters that's in this truth, a lot of time when the scriptures is talking about food, all right, because I know Christianity had us all bugged out. It's not talking about food. It's talking about the words of this book. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. All right, it's one of my favorite scriptures too. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest. And y'all are supposed to be eating what Ezekiel is finna eat, okay? Watch this. It says, eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel, okay? So I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that roll, man. Yeah, Christianity, they taught us that, it was an apple in the garden and Adam and Eve ate the apple. And no, that's not what that's talking about. Christianity, even with this scripture, that roll, the Lord put a piece of biscuit in Ezekiel's mouth. No, that's not what this is going into. All right. That's going into prophesying. That's going into memorizing these laws, statutes, and commandments. And then going to the house of Israel and teaching them, okay? It says, and he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness, okay? A lot of us, when we first come to this truth, that's how I feel. You excited when you come to this truth. You get small breakdowns of the scripture. You being fed the sincere milk, okay? And it is sweet. It is very sweet, man. This word is sweet, okay? So I just want, you have to have a well-rounded meal. That's what I'm saying. You might want to get a little honey, okay? But you have to stay in these scriptures and read and feed your spirit, okay? That's the point. All right. Let's go to Matthew, man. I skipped scriptures. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 4. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 4. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 4. All right. And it reads, it says, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And we are the ones that mourn, man. All right. We are the brokenhearted, all right? The children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right. It says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, man. And you know that's going into the house, that's going into Israel too, okay? Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Let me read that again, because this is the point. Verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. So you got to ask yourself, do you hunger and thirst for righteousness? All right? Or do you hunger and thirst for a damn bologna sandwich? and the damn pork chop basket, man. You gotta ask yourself that, man. You have to hunger for righteousness. All right. And what is righteousness? All right. We have to hunger for righteousness. Let's get righteous real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25 is what righteousness is. Okay, these are milk precepts, y'all. All right, right? If you don't know what righteousness is, write that down. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25. It reads, and it should be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he commanded us, man. So righteousness is keeping the commandments, okay? I am redeemed. Thank you for putting all the precepts in the chat. I really appreciate that, okay? So you have to hunger for the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? You have to feed off of these things, man. I was at work one day and I just thought, I said, you know what? I got to keep my spirit. I got to make sure I'm eating, man. I gotta make sure I ain't fasting like damn 2 weeks. I'm falling out. At least let me read a whole lot and get understanding. I got in Wisdom of Solomon and I started eating Wisdom of Solomon and I couldn't stop eating it, man. All right. Have y'all ever got like a certain meal and it was so damn good and you was hungry and let's say you're at a restaurant somewhere and you just know you're gonna have leftovers. All right, you're gonna have leftovers. It's a lot of food. I'm not gonna eat all that. But you eating it is so damn good. You can't stop eating it, man. All right, till you fat full. You're supposed to be the same way about these scriptures, man. Sometimes I read these scriptures and I can't stop reading, man. I can't get enough, man. All right, and that's how you should be. All right, you gotta constantly feed yourself these law, statutes, commandments, these scriptures, man. Okay, all right. Let's go back to Matthew. We're going to read Matthew over again. Matthew chapter 5, and we're going to start at verse 4. All right? No, we're just going to read verse 6. It says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. So if you seek for the law, statutes, and commandments, if you seek for the knowledge of God, you reading, okay, you will be filled, man. The Lord is not going to deny you that. That's what even King Solomon, man. The Lord asked Solomon what he wanted, and Solomon said, wisdom, man. And the Lord gave it to him, man. Wisdom is the law, statutes, and command. Is this word, man. The Lord was pleased with that, man. So if you're searching out the Lord right there, man, he will give you the desires of your heart, man. All right. That's it on Matthew, y'all. I could have kept reading, but we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to move on. All right. Let's get Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 24 and 13 real quick. Just a little quick side precept. Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 13. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 13. It reads, my son, eat thou honey because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste, man. So in Christianity, we learn, okay, if you read that with a carnal mind, it's like, oh, you can eat honey, which honey is good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. But that's not talking about physical honey. That's talking about this word, man. Just like Ezekiel ate that raw and it was sweet to his lips, right? All right. Let's get another y'all have to learn. Y'all, some things are acquired taste. I remember back in the day, onions. I as a young kid, I didn't like eating onions, man. I didn't like eating onions. But you know what? Now I can eat an onion raw. I mean, I'm not gonna bite into it with a damn apple, but I can kind of slice a little piece, especially the purple ones. I love purple onions because they sweet. And take a little piece, I can eat a little strip of onion, man. I can eat onions with damn pickles and peppers. It's just an acquired taste, man. You have to learn how to love eating the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this Bible, man. Okay? If you want to make it to the kingdom, that's the only way. You have to learn to love it. You have to learn keeping the laws. Okay? You have to learn going to Sabbath class, Sabbath in and Sabbath out for the rest of your life. You have to love being an Israelite for the rest of your life, man. People don't understand how tough that is. Y'all new people that's coming in. But the more you do it, And the more you grow, the harder Satan gonna tug on you. Okay? So y'all have to be ready. All right? Let's get the next precept though. Let's get the next precept. Let's get Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 7, y'all. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 7. It's like you. Isaiah chapter 7. Isaiah, one of my favorite books of the Bible, too. I have a lot of favorite books. Isaiah, tough. All right. Isaiah chapter 7. We're going to start at verse 14. All right. The book of Isaiah chapter 7 at verse 14. It reads, therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name shall be called Emmanuel. Okay? Which means the mighty one. And we know that this is a prophecy about Christ. See, Christ is in the Old Testament. Okay? This is a prophecy about Christ. Verse 15, it says, butter and honey shall he eat, and he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. Let me read that again. I have to slow it down sometimes, man. Sometimes it's good to read a scripture 3 or 4, maybe five times, man, to understand it. Verse 15, it says, butter and honey shall he eat, okay? That he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good, man. Just like Christ did. And this is talking about Christ. And in the future, he knew good because he ate honey and butter since he was a baby, man. Since he was a baby, he was just drinking the sincere milk of this word, man. Okay? From literally a baby all the way up, man. Okay? Make sure y'all keep y'all children in the law. Say, I don't give a damn if your child 2 years old. You start teaching your child little things, man. All right? Man, you know what made me feel like, another side story, Salakia, that made me feel like I was sleeping with my children? All right? I saw, this is the other brother from WFI, man. I forgot the brother's name. But he was up late night. I was just going to go to bed, and this video came out. I said, man, let me go ahead and watch our video. I watched the video, and his baby was up. His baby, you know, came in a room. You're like, what you want, baby? Shalom. Happy Sabbath, Daddy. Happy Sabbath. And he was like, happy Sabbath, baby. You know, I'm like, damn. He got his baby got a zeal for keeping the Sabbath, man. I mean, the baby was excited that it was the Sabbath, man. All right? And that's how you should be, man. And that's how we should be raising up our children like that, man. All right? And that was just a beautiful thing, man. All right? But let me get back to it. We're talking about Christ here in the book of Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. So you want to stay spiritually fed so you will know to refuse the evil when the evil comes. Hey, when that sister comes with them damn tights on, them thick ass legs, and say, hey, why don't you just cheat? Come on. She got the cute smile. She got the damn lip gloss all on. Shit, that stuff I made up. Why don't you just cheat? And you know that it's safe, man. All right? Because you've been eating honey and butter all damn night, man. Right? I got to stay ready, man. All right? Verse 16, it says, before the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good, the land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both her kings. Okay? All right? Let's move on. I have to get that precept with Christ real quick. All right? Eating honey and butter, and it taught him to refuse evil when it came. All right? Let's get Psalms 119 and 103 real quick. We really damn near done. Got like maybe 7 more precepts. All right? Not unless, you know how the Spirit do. Spirit had you pulling extra. All right? But all praises if it do happen. Psalms chapter 119, Salaki, y'all. I'm at 103. Psalms 119 and verse, we're going to start at 103. 119 and 103, 103. It reads, let's start at 102. Let's start at 102. Psalms 119 and verse 102. It says, I have not departed from thy judgments, but thou hast taught me. Okay? Verse 103, it says, how sweet are thy words unto my taste. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, man. All right? I'm telling you, every time I'm going through it on something, man, I got to get to these scriptures. Man, I'm looking to be healed, man. All right? This is the first place that you should go when you're going through it, man. Straight to the Lord. Straight to these precepts. Oh, but let me finish reading. I didn't finish reading. All right? I got kind of caught up. It says, how sweet are thy words unto my taste. All right? Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth, man. Verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way, man. I hate every false way. Man, this Bible is so sweet. Let me show you how sweet this Bible is. This Bible is so sweet. It tells you what's going to happen before it happens, man. It tells you the things in the world, what's going to happen in this world before it even happens. It gives you a heads up, man. If you're spiritual, remember we were reading in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, man. The spiritual things of God are only given to spiritual people that keep the commandments. But if you're not keeping the commandments, you're kind of sneaking around, you know, puffing on little roaches, and you ain't gonna get the understanding. All right. It says through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way, man. All the things we've been taught, I realize is a lie. It's sweet as hell to learn that it ain't no damn aliens out here. But I do see them damn things shooting across the damn sky, man. And I learned that they were the chariots of the Most High God. That was sweet. Oh, so they're not aliens, but they're the angels, and they drive spiritual vehicles, man. Man, that was sweet to me. It's an answer to everything, man. It was sweet to find out, even that I'm cursed. Actually, it was a little bitter. It was a little bitter to find out I was cursed, but it was sweet because damn, I understand why I'm going through the things that I'm going through. I have understanding now. I feel better now. All right, I'm not just groping a damn noonday, feeling on the walls, not knowing what the hell is going on, man. Right? If you have ears to hear. All right, let's get to the next precept. All right, let's go. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 15, y'all. Let's hit Jeremiah chapter 15, man. All right, y'all want to make sure you're feeding yourself daily. Don't go a day without reading. Not saying that I haven't did it, because I did it before. And I felt horrible, man. I felt horrible. All right, a just man follow, man, but rise up again, man. Hey, you got to get up. You got to get up and go 10 times harder, man. I'm telling y'all, don't skip reading every day. Don't do that. That's a no-no. And then don't just read, but try to read and get some understanding. Okay? So like you. Jeremiah chapter 15, y'all. We're going to start at verse 15. All right? And it reads, O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake, I have suffered rebuke. Let me read that again because I kind of butchered it. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to break it down to y'all. It says, O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Okay? Just like Job, long suffered, man. All right? In fact, the Lord said he's going to speed up time for the elect's sake because he know that we suffering, man. You know, if we stay down here too long, we will fall out of this truth. Okay? It says, and visit me and revenge me of my persecutors, the people that persecute you every day, man. All right? Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. Okay? So we in this thing for the Lord, man. For the Lord's sake, we suffer rebuke. I had telling people, no, men can't stick man in the butt like that. No. We tell them no, then the whole world look at us like we the bad guys, man. All right, so that's what this is going into. It says, take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. Verse 16, it reads, thy words were found, and I did eat them. Okay? Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of my heart, man. Let me read that again. Thy words were found, and I did eat them, man. We got to eat these words, man. We have to search out these words. When we look at that mud one time, we just hit that mud, man. We got to eat, man. Make sure y'all eating these scriptures spiritual every day. Feeding your spirit, okay? Thy words were found, and I did eat them. And thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thy name, O Lord God of hosts, man. And we are called by the Most High God's name, man. Verse 17, I sat not in the assembly of mockers, nor rejoiced. I sat alone because of thy hand, for thou hast filled me with indignation, man. Okay? Jeremiah was kind of going through it, man. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 18, it says, why is my pain perpetual and my wound incurable, which refuse to be healed? Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar and as waters that fail? And the Lord don't fail. The Lord don't fail, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've been going through a lot of just different things right now. I'm keeping the commandments. Like, Lord, I'm keeping the commandments. Okay? I'm keeping the commandments, but man, and look, the Lord got your best interest, man. All right? The Lord is proving you. You have to remember, we are gold tried in the fire. Okay? We are gold tried in the fire. All our forefathers were tried. That's why it's important to read. This is sweet to me, reading how Jeremiah was keeping the commandments, and he was looked upon bad for keeping the commandments. People looking at him funny, his family members, you know what I'm saying, being damn thrown in a damn pit, in a damn dungeon. You see what I'm saying? For doing the work. That's how we know that this truth is real. All we're doing is reading the scriptures and doing what our forefathers did, and we're getting the same treatment. Hey, if you're not getting treated bad like this, you ain't, it's something you ain't doing right, man. All right? If you ain't being persecuted in the truth, hey, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. All right? Y'all keep that in mind, man. And it's sweet to read these accounts of my forefathers. It makes me feel better. The things I'm going through ain't nothing. It ain't ish. The stuff I'm going through ain't shit. I don't want to curse, but it ain't nothing, the things that we go through, man. All right? Keep that in mind, the Lord. And it shows me how good and how gracious the Lord really is to me, man. He made Ezekiel eat dung, man. Right? He made Ezekiel eat dung. He told him human dung first, and Ezekiel like, Lord, but I never ate anything unclean. Okay, well, you can eat the cow dung then. But eat that, man. But that was a representation of us eating defiled foods. Even right now, food is defiled. I just have to put that out there. Okay? But it's sweet reading these accounts. Let me keep reading though. Now let's go to the next precept, y'all. Let's get Revelation chapter 10, y'all. We get Revelation chapter 10, and we're gonna start at verse 9. We almost out. Revelation chapter 10, and we're gonna start at verse 9. And it reads, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. He said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. Y'all, this is one of the key precepts of this lesson. Y'all people, brothers and sisters, just not coming to this truth. Yeah, it's real sweet at first. This truth is real sweet at first. But once it go down into the belly, it gets bitter, man. Let me read that again. I'm going to explain why. All right, verse 9, it says, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey, man. That's because we get to the truth. Yes, I'm an Israelite. Yes, I'm a king. I'm a king, right? I'm a princess. Shalom, sis, right? You find out that you royalty like in real life. All right, it's a great thing. You find out that you're above all people, that you're not equal to everybody. You're kind of above everybody. All right, that's how God look at you. All right, those things are sweet. All right, you find out that the kingdom of heaven is for you. But you know when it get bitter? When you find out your family don't want to come with you. When you find out your brothers and sisters don't want to keep the commandments with you. When you find out your family members talking behind your back, calling you crazy, saying that you want to cope. All right, when you find out, hey, your damn co-workers kind of looking at you crazy. All right? When you find out that, damn, my homeboys and my homegirls don't want to kick it with me no more, but all praises, because light, hey, darkness and light, they ain't supposed to mingle any damn ways. All praise to the Most High. I got a homeboy, I still go by his house every now and then. I knock on his door, they won't even open the door for me. Captain Jerubbaal told me that he wasn't your friend in the first place, but I ain't gonna say that because, that part too. But my brother, he was, he had this issue. I think he's paralyzed now. I don't think he can even walk, so he probably couldn't get to the damn door. I told him to stop eating that pork. He couldn't. Damn lips out red at the barbecue pit lipping. Like that. Hey, bro, stop eating that pork, man. Your bones are literally disintegrating. Your hip bone is literally disintegrating, and you just want to put the damn pork down, and you got high blood pressure. All right? But it gets better, man, when you find out that your people, you the damn eyeball now. All right? That's when it get bitter. All right? That's the part right there. I'm talking about your mama, you used to be mama's favorite. Now mama despise you. Your children are turning against you. But because you in this truth. All right? Y'all new people, I'm telling y'all, this truth, hey, it's sweet at first. And then you're going to start tasting that bitter, man. All right? But y'all have to endure, man. That's all part of this walk. All right? Verse 10, it says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth, sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. You see that? All right? And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again. Hey, y'all pay attention to this. All right? Pay attention to this. This is another reason why it was bitter. All right? It says, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings, man. The Lord now chose us of Israel to stand up in front of these nations, in front of these presidents, in front of these kings, and rebuke them, man. And say, screw 4th of July, man. And screw Christmas, man. All right? We got to stand up and not damn be afraid. And that part is bitter to some people, man, because they can't let go of Babylon. That part is bitter as hell, man. Hey, take Jonah for example. I think that was the Assyrian captivity. All right? The Lord told him to go to Nineveh. Go to Nineveh and prophesy against this damn kingdom, the northern kingdom, man. And you know what Jonah did? Jonah, that was bitter. That was bitter to Jonah, man. And Jonah ran. I should have put that story in here, man. But y'all should all know, hey, go read Jonah. It only takes about 30 minutes to read Jonah. All right? Jonah is a good read, man. But Jonah ran. It was bitter to go and prophesy against especially a bunch of wicked people. Hey, Israel could be wicked. All right? We got Israelites on the corner just getting shot at, man. Brothers getting shot out here, man. And it's only going to get worse over time, y'all. All right? Y'all, this y'all, new people that's in this truth, it's only going to get tougher and tougher as time go on, man. But we have to endure, man. Okay? We have to endure, man. Yeah, that's a bitter thing to prophesy against kings and nations like that, man. All right? Well, me personally, I have pleasure in it, man. We can't be fearful in this truth. I'll put out the precepts on there too. Maybe I'll do a class on fear. All right. Let's go ahead and finish up, y'all. Let's get Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12 real quick. Hebrews 5:12. I'm gonna count these precepts. 1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. I got 4 precepts. I don't know why I try to read my Hebrews from this Bible, but I can't let this Bible go. Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12, y'all. I hope I said that right. Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. I'm going to start at verse 11. All right? It reads, of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are all dull of hearing, man. And they dull of hearing because they're not spiritual people. They carnal as hell. And they can't hear it. That's why mom and daddy, they can't get it. That's why sister, brother, cousin, they can't get it. They dull of hearing, all right? Verse 12, it says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For you new brothers out here, this is one specific brother. I'm gonna make him go back and watch his class until he get it. I hope you watching it. I ain't finna blast him. All right, let me read that again. Verse 12, it says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, man. Okay? You have to know these scriptures, man. You got to be taught again. Forget what Christianity taught you is out of there. All right? It says, and are become such as have need of milk and not strong meat. You get to the truth, don't jump into Ezekiel. Don't jump into books like Ezekiel like that. All right? Some brothers be searching out things that are just way too damn deep, man. And you gonna get your ass choked out, man. We trying to warn y'all. You a baby. You a baby, so don't eat that, man. That's a piece of steak. That's a whole piece of steak, man. You gonna choke. All right? Let's see if I can find that precept. It's Iraq chapter 3. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salakia. Iraq chapter 3. So Iraq chapter 3 and verse 21, it says, Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength, man. Okay? Don't search out things that are above you, man. Okay? Because you'll get bugged out, all right? All right? And I ain't gonna keep reading that precept. I just a little side precept, man. So a lot of brothers and sisters, y'all have to eat the right things in this Bible. Okay? Let's go back to Salaki, y'all, to what is that? Hebrews. Let's get Hebrews chapter 5. All right. Let's read 12 over. We almost done. Verse 12, it says, for the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. All right. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Okay? So basically, what it's saying is, you new brothers and sisters, learn the milk first really, really well, and then you're gonna naturally start eating mashed potatoes. You know how you do a baby? You drinking milk, and then you start giving them a little mashed potatoes, and they kind of doing their tongue like that. Give them little mashed potatoes, and then later on, you might smash up some carrots, start giving them carrot. And then one day, you might chew up a little piece of meat. And then one day, you say, let me get some meat. You kind of chew up the meat for your baby, kind of put it in your mouth, and you just kind of gum on it. Okay? You have to grow like that. All right? That's how you grow on the street. True. Let's get the next precept, y'all. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. 1 Corinthians 3 and 1. I'm in 2 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. And did I read that already? No. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, and I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ, man. Okay, we just went over the spiritual thing. What is spiritual? All right, Romans chapter 7 and verse 14, you keep the commandments. You keep the commandments, you're spiritual. All right. Verse 2, it says, I have fed you with milk. See, Paul started out feeding them with milk because they forgot who they was. They didn't even know they was Israelites. You just found out you was an Israelite, man. You was just an African American of the day. Okay? I have fed you with milk and not with meats, man. Because Paul's writings are deep as hell, man. Y'all need to go back to the Old Testament, man, and learn the law. And then go back and kind of read Paul's writings, man. Go get some history first, man. All right? You can't go to the movies and you going into the movies in the middle of the damn movie and watch it to the end, you ain't satisfied because you want to know what the hell happened. That's like reading Paul. That's like being a Christian reading Paul's writing. You don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. All right. Verse 2, it says, I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. Right? So yeah, man, we have to be fed with milk first and not the meat. That's just the point on that. All right. And meat going into these deep prophecies, y'all. All right. Like I said, we got this one brother in the congregation. He just keep digging deep. We're like, brother, just keep the commandments. Hold on. I'm telling you, you do that, y'all that do that, y'all gonna get bugged out. You can't cheat in this walk, man. Ain't no cheating. Brothers just want to jump straight up here. No, you can't do that, man. All right. Damn. Yeah, let's keep reading that. Let's keep reading 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Let's read verse 3. Verse 3 it says, For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? Okay? So we are carnal. We in these bodies, man. Okay? For while one said, I am Paul, and another, I am Apollos, are not ye carnal? Okay, that's just like camp banging. Okay, I'm with this camp. I'm with that camp. All right. It says, who is then Paul and who is then Apollos? All right. It's just like Naquan from WFI, and you got Captain Benaniyah with the Battle Axes. Well, I'm with the Battle Axes. Well, I'm with WFI. Well, I'm with IUIC. All right. This is what it's talking about. It says, who then is Paul and who is Apollos? By ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. All right. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gives the increase. So it's the Most High that gives this increase. Okay. Yeah, your teachers you watch online, and you do get water, man, because you need water. All right. But it's the Most High that gives the increase. Okay. It says, so then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watered, but God that giveth the increase. All right. Now, he that planted and he that watereth are one. Okay? And every man should receive his own reward according to his labor, man. According to his labor. The more you read, the more you study, the more knowledgeable you're going to be. If you want to be one of those top guys in Israel, hey, man, you got to work for it. You got to read. And you got to feed your spirit every day, man. I ain't think the brothers be remembering all the damn precepts, man. Because they study and they read. And the Lord is going to make it to where they just stick to you. Okay? You got to know 200 or 300 precepts before you even know it. All right? Verse 8, it says, now he that planted and he that watered are one, and every man should receive his own reward according to his own labor, for we are laborers together with God, and ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building, man, and we are the building of the Most High God, man. Okay? All right. Let's get these last 2 precepts, man. All right. So we got your spiritual milk, okay? You know, like the beat is going to deep prophecies, okay? You got your little mashed potatoes, your salad, hey, this is little parables, you know, your proverbs, okay? Simple things in the Bible, all right? Now let's get some water, okay? Let's get some spiritual water real quick, all right? Let's get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, man. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Last 2 precepts, y'all. And you gotta stay hydrated, man, in this truth, man. With spiritual water. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11. And we're gonna start at verse 2. It says, Salakia. It says, they went through the wilderness that was not inhabited, and pitched tents in places where there lay no way. Okay, this is going to the Israelites during the Egyptian captivity, during the Exodus. Okay, after the Exodus, it says they stood against their enemies and were avenged of their adversaries, man. Okay, and were avenged of their adversaries. When they were thirsty, they called upon thee, the water was given them out of the flaming rock. Y'all remember when Moses hit that rock? Boom, he hit that rock and all the water came out, man. All right. And their thirst was quenched out of the hard stone. So who was that rock? And who was that hard stone that you get your water from, man? That's going into Christ, all right? Let's get 1 Corinthians real quick. I'm going to give y'all a precept. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4 is talking about the same thing, man. Man, Christ is the light. He is that living water, man. All right? 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. Christ was that flinty stone, all right? 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. See, this is only talking about the Israelites, the fathers of the Israelites, right? All right. It says, and did eat the same spiritual meat. This meat was spiritual, man. It's going into Christ. This spiritual meat is going into the commandments, okay? And did drink, okay? It says, and did drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ, man. Okay? So, hey, you have to partake of Christ, okay? Which is every word of this book, right? All right, you have to stay well hydrated in this truth. All right, you have to stay well fed. Last precept, y'all, is Proverbs chapter 5, verse 15. Last precept. Proverbs 5 and 15. Proverbs chapter 5 and verse number 15. So as I get there. All right. And it reads, it says, drink waters out of thine own cistern, all right, and running waters out of thy own well. Let me read this again. This last precept is important. It says, drink waters out of thy own cistern and running waters out of thine own well, man. And Christianity is just, they might taught you got a well on your property. Just don't steal nobody else's water. You just got to kind of drink your water. No, it's not talking about that, man. It's talking about this water. Every word out of this book. If you're an Israelite, if you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this is the water you drink. You don't drink the philosophies of Babylon. That's what that's going into. You don't keep their holidays. You don't do anything that Babylon teaches you or celebrate. They're drinking water out of their well. We are another nation. We are Israelites, so we have to drink from this Bible. We have to learn the laws of this Bible. Okay? We have to drink our own water, man. All right? It says, drink waters out of thy own cistern and running waters out of thy own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of water in the streets, man. So you want to give your other brothers and sisters some of this water too, man. They might reject it. Okay? All right, but we are supposed to be bidding to the marriage out here, man. All right? Man, I want to let your sister know, hey, y'all have to have discernment too. Y'all sisters, you ain't supposed to be out on the streets teaching or nothing like that, but it's okay to tell certain family members kind of bummer, hey, did you know that you are an Israelite? And not be ashamed of these things, okay? But have discernment. And remember, you have to say, hey, they gonna poke fun at you, but I'll praise to the Most High when they do poke fun at you, man. All right? Call you an ancient mama because you got your hair wrapped up. This one little girl told my daughter that she dressed like an old lady because she had a dress on. I said, no, baby, she's just dressed like a whore. The little girl is dressed like a whore, baby. Don't worry. I mean, it's the truth. She called you the old lady because the dark they can't comprehend the light. They just can't comprehend it, man. All right? That's how you whore your damn daughters out, man. I got nieces whose mothers, man. I mean, niece walking around with the littlest damn shorts on, man. And it's just okay. All right? Because we hadn't taught our children to drink waters out of our own wells, man. All right? Supposed to put on the dress. All right? That's pretty much the end of class, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all were edified. Okay? Y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Help us to push this truth. All right? We appreciate the Cash App and the GoFundMe. Your alms will not be used for folly and foolishness. We are still getting the new building in order. Okay, I praise to the Most High. He put us in a bigger building. We are expanding. Okay, we're still trying to get the building in order. So we do appreciate y'all alms, y'all. All right. We always at Battle Axes at the end of every class, we always give out the laws, statutes, and commandments. And what we're gonna go to is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11. Let's go to some dietary law. Let's get, because we're talking about food. So let's start. Hey, let's go to dietary law. 11. We're gonna read 7 to 12. Right? It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse 7. It reads, "And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you." So no eat pork, y'all. Okay, y'all should be on it. All right. "Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch, for they are unclean to you." All right. Verse 9. "These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters." All right. Everything that's in the water, this is what y'all supposed to be eating. Y'all new brothers and sisters in this truth. Okay. "Whatsoever hath fins and scales, all right, in the waters, in the seas, and the rivers, them shall ye eat," man. So anything with fins and scales, no shrimp, crab, or lobsters. Those are crustaceans. They don't have fins. Those things are literally put in the oysters. Those things are literally put in the water to clean the waters, man. Those are damn roaches, man. All right, Esau just make it look good, man. Esau make abominations look good, and he tell you, "Hey, come drink out of my well. Why don't y'all come and drink out of my well?" Right? You know how Israel do. We want to be like the white man, so we go drink out of Israel's well. Out of Esau's well. All right, and be bugged out and in sin. Okay, no shrimp, crab, and lobsters. All right. Verse 10 it says, "And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you," man. Okay. I tell you I was gonna read 12. I'm gonna keep reading. "Then shall be," it says, "they shall be even an abomination unto you. You should not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you." Okay, so no catfish, man. Man, catfish used to be delicious to me until I realized it's a damn abominations are ill, man. It's a damn bottom dweller. It eats trash and feces off the bottom of the ocean floor, man. All right, it has fins, but it has no scales. So that's the end of class. With that, I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom. Y'all have a wonderful Sabbath. All praise to the Most High.